sticking in the legal space, I want to talk about something that has been tough for it's. I want to talk about something. Our podcast was defrauded. We were stolen from. We were taken advantage of. A lot of ways to say it. The company that did it is Cast Media, and the man that did it is Colin Thomson. And I'm going to put his picture in here. It's, I don't know exactly how to say this. I'm going to do my best. We're part of a larger group of podcasts that were stolen from, right? We were in total, just between talking with folks, there's up to $4 million that I know of that people were taking advantage of. We're in the 6 figures. I know of podcasts that are in the 7 figures. And Colin Thomson, that's his name. I want to say his name so you know it. People get taken advantage of a lot in business, and businesses use tactics and stuff to hide themselves. And they'll use bankruptcy or the threat of this or that, and he may get my money. That's okay. I'm fortunate that I can still have touring and that I can take care of myself. But you fuck with the wrong rat, Colin. I'll tell you that, brother. And I'll just tell you guys what happened. We had a deal with this company, right? And it was started off good, and then it started to get where we were getting less of our payments. And we were reading the ads. We do the ads, we read them out loud, and and you guys support some of them, and thank you. And then it got to be where we were getting paid less of the payment we were owed. And they sell all the ads a year in advance, so you're kind of stuck into the year, right? And the advertisers were paying Colin Thomson and Cast Media, and they weren't paying us. They would pay us a little bit, and they had a reason why. And so and one of the craziest parts was we kept asking, hey, we have to get paid, man. We have to, and we weren't getting paid. And so finally I was able to make a new deal and just cut ties completely. I made sure that everything, they breached our contract. And so I was able to cut ties. And then they come along, Colin Thomson comes along, and he joined, there's a new company that has a stock that's going live soon, right? Or it's coming out or something. This company called Podcast One or Live One, right? They get me on a call with, I think the guy's name Rob Ellin. Yeah, that's the guy's name, Rob Ellin. And his brother is Doug Ellin, who's like a screenwriter, and I think his brother was pretty successful. But they get me on a call with this guy, Rob Ellin, right? And they tell me that if you come over to our new network, over to this new network, Podcast One, that we'll pay you some of what you're owed in stock, right? But the stock hasn't gone public, so they're trying to, it felt like to me, they're trying to leverage our podcast and other podcasts to then make their stock do well. And then if that happens, then we'll get a share of our money, right? Like the whole thing to me felt really seedy. And the worst part to me was I said, well, what about Colin Thomson? I said, that guy's a crook. And they said he's going to be, they said we felt like he's done a good job and that he would be part of the team still. So I know some of this is a lot of insider baseball, man, but to me it was it felt real dirty, and it felt like just no respect for podcasting, no respect for the work that we had done. To get paid by the advertisers and then not pay us. And then for Colin to lead us in this direction to say, well, if you join this other group before their stock goes out, that then we'll pay you in some of the stock, but part of that will be based on if we're there for it to do well. I don't know, man, but I know what it feels like to be taken advantage of. And I wouldn't do that to these people. I wouldn't do that to Colin Thomson. I wouldn't do that to Cast Media. And so I say this just because I don't want this guy taking advantage of anybody else. A lot of times in business practices, especially in like entertainment stuff, a lot of people are able to snake away, and they're able to slip through and use tactics and shell games and bullshit. But you fucked with the wrong rat, homie. I have a voice. And a lot of other people are forced into these bad deals because they're afraid to speak up. They're afraid to speak up, man. And that's not what our show is about. And yeah, I just want you guys to know that this is the man. We put his picture up on the thing, on the YouTube. And the amount of money that from other people, podcasters, they've said is over $4 million. Yeah, it's just, the shit's fucking wrong. And I don't also understand how a company expects me to wanted me to come over there to what felt like to me they were using me to boost their stock price. And I don't say that out of ego, but we've done well. And that they get all these podcasts saying, well, that'll boost our stock price. Then we'll go public with the stock. And then based again on their backs, the stock, there'll be money there. So it was like, yeah, it felt like y'all gonna try to fuck me twice, homie. Well, no, thank you. So yeah, you can keep that money. You can't keep it. We'll see how it plays out. But if you do end up keeping it, man, you must have needed it. You must have needed it. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make me stoked, but you can't get me to shut up, man. You can't get me to shut up. And if that's the cost of it, for me to say my fucking piece, you know how many other podcasters wanted to say this shit right now but can't say it? So, anyway, yeah, that's who I just want you to know. I want you to know about Colin Thomson. I want you to know where I've heard he's going to be working at. And I want you to know that he's a crook. And to me, it's criminal. But the way that people are able to cheat and lie and manipulate the system, you know, he went and got Neil Sacker, who worked with Harvey Weinstein, to jump on the calls. I mean, it's just fucking kind of sad, man. And yeah, but I just wanted to speak up for myself, man. I've waited a year to speak up for myself. You know, they put us through so much bullshit. And I don't know if there's other people over there that did it too, and maybe we'll get more information. I don't know. Or this may be all you ever hear about it, you know? And so I didn't really know the best way to do this, but yeah, I wouldn't do that to somebody. And they did it, man. They did it to, I mean, some of these people's podcasts, is all they had, man. And these motherfuckers did that, bruh. So I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry for them. And yeah, I'm just happy to have a voice for myself. And that's one thing that we built here that he had nothing to do with. He had nothing to do with. In fact, he stole on our backs once, and I'm not letting these people do it to me 2 times. So for anybody that had to take that sucker deal over there, I'm speaking on for all of us, man. Because I know that some of you guys have said to me that you wanted to say some of these same things, and I don't mean that out of ego. I just mean that I don't know. I feel, you know, I don't know. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said that part. I don't want to speak on behalf of those people, but yeah, I just wouldn't have done that to somebody, and I'm happy to be able to speak for myself. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful to you guys, to the listeners, that we have this place here. And that this is what we try to do. And I'm sorry I've been making this about me this past 5 or 6 minutes or whatever, but this was the only public place I could do this where I feel like it would have some effect, because to me, this guy's like the Bernie Madoff of podcasting. And that almost glorifies him in a weird way. But I wanted to be able to say that. Sorry, I'm just rambling, but I wanted to be able to speak my piece. Thank you.